All right, so we're going to solve this quadratic by completing the square. Completing the square is done a little bit differently than factoring and solving quadratic formula. You do not want your C term on the same side. So whatever you have that's a constant number, like negative 37, you want to move it to the right side. So I'm going to rewrite our quadratic to be s squared minus 24s,
Write your answers as in.
and then that's going to be equal to 37. Now, when we're solving by completing the square, I want to look at our b term, which is negative 24. We're going to divide that by 2, which is going to give us negative 12. And we want to square that, which is going to give us 144. So again, let me write that down. So we are taking our b term, which is next to the s. So our b value is negative 24. We're going to divide that by 2, which gives us negative 12. Then we're going to square that, which gives us 144. We're then going to add 144 to both sides. So that gives me s squared minus 24s plus 144. That's going to be equal to 144 plus 37 is going to give me 181. Now, this one's really nice because I believe 181, maybe not. I take that back. Nope, yeah, it is not. So I take that back. But we'll talk about it in just a second. Okay, so this trinomial here on the left side is now a perfect square trinomial. Then now we're going to factor that. When we're factoring that, think about we're looking at the last term and the first term. The last term, we're going to take the square root of 144, which is 12, which that's what we do. We complete the perfect square. So that's going to be minus 12, s minus 12 squared equal to 81. Now that we have created a perfect square situation, now we can solve by using the square root method. Taking the square root of both sides, that becomes s minus 12 equals plus or minus. Now, let's go ahead and see about simplifying 181. I'm pretty sure there are some perfect squares that go into 181. So 181 divided by x, but maybe not. We'll find out. So far, I have not seen one. Nope. Okay, so we are good. There are no perfect squares that goes into 181. So that is plus or minus the square root of 181. I forgot it's ending in 1, so it's one of those unusual numbers. All right, so now all I got to do is move that 12 over. So that's going to be s is equal to 12 plus or minus the square root of 181. So s is equal to 12 minus let's see. They want to round to the nearest hundreds. Okay, so what we're going to do in this case is I'm going to put 12 because they're saying they wanted to round to the nearest hundreds or integers. So I'm going to put 12 plus the square root of 181. Then I also want to put 12 minus the square root of 181 because it's plus or minus. So, and they said to round to the nearest hundreds. So, looking at the nearest hundreds, so that means I want to round there to 4 point or 0.45. In order to round to that 5, I need to look at the next place over. So that is 25.45 because that next number is smaller than 5. Same with the next one here. I need to look at 3. So that is negative 45 or 0.45. So negative 1.45. And we're done. Again, this is another situation. It's already set up in format for us. So this would be m squared. So think, what's the b value? B is 16.
Write.
16 divided by 2 is going to give me 9. So then 9 squared is going to
Write
give
your
me
answers.
81. So we're going to add 81 to both sides. So that becomes n squared plus 16m plus 81 equals 81 minus 49 gives me 32. So this side is now the perfect square of m plus 9 squared. Think about it. If you notice the pattern, you should notice by now when you take the factored form, whatever is that number that we're squaring, when we divide that by 2, that's the number that's going to be inside the parentheses. And then that's going to be equal to 32. Now we can take the square root. M plus 9 equals plus or minus the square root of 32. Since they're wanting us to go ahead and round it, let's just go ahead and finish this out. Minus 9 plus or minus the square root of 32. We don't have to worry about simplifying. So that's going to be, what is it, positive 9? No, negative 9. Negative 9 minus, do I have a plus or minus in there? Nope. Okay. The square root of 32 and negative 9 plus the square root of 32. Now look here, in this case, that 6 bumps this 5 up, so that would be negative 14.66. But this, because that the next term 3 is below, is not a 5 or higher, that 4 stays, so that's negative 3.34. What did I do wrong? Mm, where did I mess up? Oh, I messed up somewhere in my calculations. Here. Wait, what? Oh, that's where I messed up. 49 divided by 12. I did. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. 49. Okay, here is where I messed up. 16 divided by 2. I put 9 and it should have been 8 because 16 divided by 2 is 8. So I did my calculations here wrong. I was thinking 16 divided by 2 is 9. So that's why I messed up. And that's why I got the answer wrong. That's all right. Let's see. Let's do a hard level. All of these, because they want you to round it to the nearest hundreds, it's not a big deal. So just, yeah, go forward and do that one, and you should be fine. All right. See you next time.